Good afternoon, everyone. I think we are live. This is the very first time that I have done this show, and I was inspired by lots of business people who are in my membership and in my We Can and We Will community. And my name is Amanda Delaney, and I am a marketing mentor. So this is going to be my new weekly chat show, Let's Talk Marketing. And I couldn't think of a better guest than our first guest today, and that is Bibi Baskin. Very welcome, Bibi. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Amanda. Nice to be here.
Oh, do you know what? It's super to have you here. And I remember when I came across yourself last year, I didn't know you back on the day when we're going to talk about marketing now, back in the day, when TV, radio, and newspapers were really the main form of marketing. Billboards maybe a little bit, and the old-fashioned post. Times have changed, but take us back there, Bibi, because I remember when I met you first and I heard you talking first, and I heard you were the first female.
Amanda, my line is breaking. Line is breaking up. I have no idea why. It was perfectly good all morning, so I've missed most of what you said. Could you ask me a question again, just a short one?
Of course I can. Tell us about your time when you were on TV and in the radio. What was marketing like back then, or how was your influence back then?
Well, you know, I didn't have anything to do with marketing back then. And I suppose when you're the presenter of a show, and it takes about 24 people to get a live TV show out there to the viewers, but you as the presenter become the marketing name for the show. And if anything is wonderful, they'll thank you, the presenter. But really, it's the other 23 people behind the scenes who deserve it. And equally, if anything goes wrong, you get all the SH, I'm afraid, as well. So I didn't consciously or strategically have anything to do with marketing. But it was more or less because the show was popular, things would come your way. They would ask you, would you do this? Would you do that? I remember, for example, when I turned 40, and it was like a lot of you people in your 40s working very hard and all of that. And I remember seeing myself on the front guide as I busily went off to record something or film something. And I was wearing a red suit. And all my birthday meant to me that day was, Jesus, I don't look so bad at all in red, and red's not my color. That's all I knew. So it was a very busy life then, but somebody else did the marketing. I just had to show up and be the best I could be.
Absolutely. Well, that hasn't changed. You're still the best that you can be and still striving. Just see some comments coming in. Mairead, Carol, we're stream living to my business page and to my business or Facebook group. So we'll have comments coming in. So if we don't get to all your comments, right now here live on the show, we will. Any questions for Bibi, pop them in the comments and I will present them to Bibi here live. We're going to be talking for about 20 minutes while you're on your lunch break, enjoying your lunch. And please do join in with any questions you have. So Bibi, can you hear me? I will just pose a question.
You're breaking up, Amanda. I didn't catch a word of that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Can you hear me now?
Now I can, yeah?
Excellent. So we'll just talk slow, which is not the pace that we're used to, which I should be. So, Bibi, you know, when I put the headline up there, I said, you know, change is inevitable, but how we respond to change is a choice. So we, over the many years that you've been in business and I've been in business, things have changed, and never more so than in the last 2 years, in the last year, especially since COVID has hit. So tell us, I know you've wrote some books. I won't go into your whole story about India. We'll probably talk about that another day, but that has been a huge part of your life and has taught you so much. I know that. But in terms of business, I know you've wrote the Happy Book. So tell our viewers a little bit about the Happy Book and where your inspiration for your books and, you know, all that you teach and share comes from.
Well, I'm not the best business person in the world from the point of view of marketing and making tons of dosh. I'm afraid that has never been me. And I have no particular interest in it either. But I have a huge interest in being happy. And I have a huge interest in trying to help other people be as goddamn happy as I am. It's not that life is perfect, and it's not that I don't have down days, but in the main, I just find that happiness is a choice. And when you wake up in the morning, you can say to yourself, oh, I'm going to have an awful day today, and this is wrong and that's wrong. Or you can say, you know what, I'm alive, I have good people around me, and I have a number of other good things happening. So I'm choosing to be positive and happy today. And the little book, the happy book, is here. May I show it? There's me, all glammed up for once. The habit came out of this. And this is the thing about business, that if you've lost your job now, or your company is closed because of COVID, you can find within yourself traditional skills that you took for granted and didn't bother with. And you can turn them into a little income stream. Now, I can't tell you about big income streams, but I can do the small income streams. I've never had a bad debt. So this book, The Happy Book, it started in my garden a couple of years ago. When I came back to Ireland, bought a house and nice gardens with it, I started to use social media in a whole new way. I'd never been much on social media before then, but I combined it with my interest in wellness. And I'd go out to the garden at dawn, which I still do most mornings, not all, because I'm not a regimented routine girl at all. But I'd go out, you should see the cut of me, in the PJs, dressing gown, Crocs on the feet, and I just take a moment to observe nature, a beautiful color or a shape, or the sheen on the leaf, which I only had yesterday because there's very little color in the garden just now. And then I would combine that with my voice in a wellness idea and put that little 15 seconds out on social media. And my goodness, I would get so many compliments and such great reaction. And then a good friend of mine, who's a publisher down here in Cork, Michael Mulcahy, he said, not everybody's on social media. Why don't you let me print a copy? And we started that a year ago with Bibi's Wellness Wisdom, the same idea. And then this year, during the first lockdown, we changed the focus to happiness, because I figured it's okay for me in lockdowns. I like being at home. I'm in the middle of the countryside. I'm peaceful inside, more or less, most of the time. But there are other people suffering. So I thought, right, this has to be what I do now. That's how that part happened.
I absolutely love it. And you've said something there. I'm peaceful on the inside. And that is what makes a huge difference to our role in happiness. It's something that people, we chase it down, we look for it externally, in all different ways. And, I know, because I am a member of your new group, the Happy Place. Did you hear me that time? I'm breaking up. So, when but when I saw Bibi that time a year ago, whenever she was doing a talk, what struck me was, here's a lady that has a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience in wellness, has the confidence to speak and the beautiful velvet voice in which to use. Many people take those videos, they're using them as meditations. She's been in India for a long time and done a lot of study, not a bit like myself, Bibi, studying because you're passionate about a subject, as opposed to, I'm going to study that. You find yourself picking up nuggets, your experience in life. And when I see potential, and I see it in a lot of people, and like what you said, Bibi, taking those skills that you already have and turning them into an income stream is very possible. People think it's for other people. It is not for other people.
And I think that's a message of hope, a great message of hope. And it's very important that we give that to your viewers today, because so many of them are extremely worried about their income. And it is possible to do that, because what I did was I took my broadcasting knowledge,
yes,
and I took my wellness knowledge, and I applied it to something I love. And, if you can put in a little flick of love into your business, that's not going to do you any harm either. People will pick it up. It's infectious. Happiness and love and compassion and joy, they're all infectious and indeed contagious, although that's an awful word to use these days. So throw in a little dollop of love. And then you get the happy book, and you now at the moment we're doing something quite wonderful. I hope it'll work. Only starting, but the publisher Michael Mulcahy, we thought about nursing homes, and it's very worrying, very negative, a lot of it. And we thought, in a moment of madness, maybe, what if we could get a happy book as a complimentary gift to every special resident in the nursing homes of Ireland? So we came up with this idea. We need a sponsor to help us in the local community do that. The numbers are too vast. So we got our first set up in County Cork just last week, a nursing home and a local sponsor, the labels are called, a printing company. And, the sense of community is there as well, because the business owner will know the lady or gent in the nursing home or their relatives. So, just think hard about what you can do now that times are different.
Making a difference, absolutely making a difference. I'm just going to go to our comments here and our viewers. Mary Vaughan is on. She's saying, Bibi, a great presenter back in the day, well able to adapt with life, no phasing either of you. Thank you, Mary. What else have we got? Who else have we got on? Oh, Mairead is saying, it's about bringing your passion with your life's purpose, and it's gold. It absolutely is. That's why another reason why I called my academy Passion to Profit. Turn what you love to do into a profitable business. Oh, we have our friend Alan here. Alan, hi ladies, great to see both of you. Bibi, always a foundation of inspiration and knowledge. I totally agree, 100%. Who else have we got here? Lovely to see and hear you, Bibi. Speaking honestly and straight to the point, a tonic for us all. Let's make happiness, hope, compassion contagious, and encourage laughter in lockdown. Thank you, Bibi. You're welcome. I absolutely love that comment. I love that comment. So I'm going to go back here. So when I seen you last year, I saw this potential, and we connected. You spoke then on We Can and We Will, and then you came. I love this about you. I love this about you. When you have an idea, you act on it. Whether you know how to do it or not, you will act upon it and see what comes. And that's my motto. Done is better than perfect. Let's give it a go and see what happens. So we had a chat, and tell us, Bibi, about your happy place. I know I'm a member of it, and from my point of view, I don't normally join groups. I normally run the groups. So I'm privileged to be part of the happy place. And I tell you, for me, who's an entrepreneur, who's busy, who's a mom, who loves her exercises, I try and get in a lot into my day. And what's pretty obvious then is there's not a lot of quiet time, meditating time, and, just thinking, just calming time. I'm always thinking, I'm always doing. So for me, in the happy place, it's that little reminder, gentle nudges to be grateful, those first time ever actually sitting and meditating. Your voice is so calming, especially for someone like me who's always on the go. So tell us, what was your vision? What was your thoughts around creating the happy place as a space? Because I know you give out loads of stuff on your other page, your lovely morning videos. So what was your vision for the happy place?
Well, in total, I was 20 years away from Ireland, 5 in London and 15 in India. So naturally, things had changed a bit, at least when I came back. The main thing that was negative, that I didn't like, and that I thought, well, it worried me a bit, was that I got to know people in their 40s and 50s, doing all the stuff you have to do, paying the mortgage, educating your kids, all that stuff. But in my mind, they were killing themselves, both physically and mentally, because they were working so hard. And what I also didn't like from a mere philosophical point of view was that working hard had become heroic. It was something to boast about. I've had a great week. I worked so hard. And I would think to myself, No, that's not the way it works at all. You need to take time out. And I do understand, Amanda, you're young, you're building your business, it's succeeding, you have children, husband, so many responsibilities. But as I say in Bibi's Happy Place, give me 300 seconds of your day. That's all I'm asking you. 300 seconds for a meditation that will calm you down, that will stop that do when you don't need to be like that. And it will overall make you, I believe, a better person and have better relationships. And then finally, I say on that point, if you can't afford to give me 300 seconds of your day, you need to do a course in time management. That's what I think.
But you know what's coming, yeah, but it's coming out more and more in the business world. There's that book, the 4 hour day, or where when we work less and we do more of the meditations and more work on ourselves, we actually are more productive and get better results than when we're doing and going and going. And I learned that lesson myself last year, doing and pushing. And this year for me is about working less and taking more time for me. And I know, because I've lived like this before, the results will be better. But sometimes,
but it's a big lesson. It's a big lesson for people to take on, Yesterday in the Bibi Happy Place and Mindful Monday, I spoke about all this aggressive language we use unconsciously, that we're never going to give up. Rubbish. Sometimes we have to give up. It's just not meant to be. It's not for us. So that came in under Mindful Monday. And I described it this way. I ask you to understand that belief. It will almost be a cardinal sin. So I'm expecting opposition. It's not easy to do. But again, that's another example of what we do in the Happy Place.
And the other thing I love is the sleep stories. These are very unique. Tell us about your sleep stories for anybody who doesn't know what a sleep story is.
Well, there are so many people who have difficulty sleeping. And I study this Indian system of wellness that doesn't give you pills. They say it, not a pill for every ill. It's about coming up with natural techniques, and I've loads of them for better sleep, not for chronic insomnia. If you have chronic insomnia, you really need to go to your GP and let them sort it out. But one of these many tips is that I will read you something that will help you unwind. So it's generally atmospheric, it's very slow, it's very gentle, and everybody's happy. It works better at night.
You're not feeling calm already. The minute you hear the voice.
That's breaking up again. Sorry, man.
Your voice, Bibi. The moment we hear your voice, my shoulders instantly go down. It's just like, there's the voice. It's like relax time. You missed that.
So sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
I don't know if you can hear me.
No, I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine. Can people hear?
You better. You're breaking up still on me. How awful.
I can hear you, so that's good. Okay, we'll go to the comments for a few minutes to see this Bibi's Wi-Fi. Can everybody hear Bibi? Just let me know in the comments. I can hear you perfect.
Can you hear me perfectly?
Yeah, I can.
Because I can grab it on.
Oh, I think we've lost Bibi. We'll see does she come back in now in a second. I'm just going to put up some of your lovely comments there. Looking very well, Bibi. I've enjoyed this interview. Yes, I agree. The gifts in Bibi's calming voice. Both of you girls are doing great. Thank you, Catherine. Okay, let's see. We have Noelle again. Love that 300 seconds of your day. Dying to live, not the way to live a fulfilled and healthy life. Everyone gains. Thank you for reminding us, Bibi. And that's what I love about being in the Happy Place. It's, stuff that we need reminding of. We do need reminding. We need reminding to stop. We need reminding to slow down. I love Mindful Mondays, one of my favorite things in there, because they're great stories that just go, I see me in that. I'm doing that, and there's what you call them? The analogs, where you can actually go, yeah, doing that too. Okay, so yeah, they can all hear us, so that's perfect. Such a soothing voice, says Rona. She definitely
that's
can.
very kind indeed. But you know
Definitely
that again,
hours. Go on, you take it away, Bibi.
I take it away. I don't because I'm conscious that I may be talking over you. Yeah, that's again a classic case of using something that you have, a bit of a gift, and making it create a little bit of income for you. But I do need to say this, um, that you are really responsible, Amanda, for an awful lot of the happy place. Because when COVID struck a year, March 9th was my last paying event, like a lot of people. And when I had to think, what am I going to do? You know, part of me thought, do I have to do anything really? I don't know. I got a bit disillusioned or something. I'm not sure what. I think COVID restrictions were an awful shock to us all. And then you invited me to speak at We Can and We Will, and we got to know each other. And then you became this wonderful mentor that guided me in how to set up a happy place. And without your help, I wouldn't have done it. It's that simple. So you have really this interview is all arseways, I'm going to say, because I should be thanking you, and I don't want to turn it into the Mutual Admiration Society. But because of your business skill, because of your enthusiasm, the happy place has come into being. And now we're only, I think, about 3 weeks on the road, but we've even got some people saying, I want to buy this as a gift for my friend for her birthday. We've got that going. We've had some other great compliments, feedback that I think explains what we're on about there. One member said that this is a one-stop shop. Before this, you had to go to one website to get a Deepak Chopra meditation or go somewhere else to learn about mindfulness. And this is all in the one place. Somebody else who's a writer uses the sleep story to get to sleep. Other people have said there's a great feeling of safety in it. Another person finally had said that she had meditated years ago, but it stopped, and she's come into it again. So I think that's great. And we'd especially, may I say, love to have more men involved. I don't know about the men of Ireland. Do they think they don't need happiness? I don't know. I'm not going there. But I'd love to see more men involved. And it would be great if people could tell their colleagues and their families that maybe it is a happy place and they might like to join.
Absolutely. I think the men are a little bit shy. It's the same when We Can and We Will. We're predominantly women, but we do have a few men. I always say, you know, when we're looking at our ideal clients and our audience, and, you know, we're looking to market our business, our programs, our offers, whatever it is, you know, it's the characteristics and the values that, you know, we're really deeply looking into. And they're the people who show up. I feel in my world, I work with my dream clients, such as yourself, Bibi. And that's because I'm very sure on who I am, my values, and, you know, my mission and my purpose of who I want to help. And I think in the happy place, who is it, you know, who is the ideal client? While we're talking about marketing, who is the ideal client for the happy place? I know I'm one. So busy entrepreneurs, busy adults in general.
Sorry, you're gone again, Amanda.
Let me just, who is the ideal client for the happy place?
No, you're gone again.
Okay, we will come back to that one. So the happy place, as you can hear, for people who are busy all the time, people on the run. Can you hear me now, Bibi? No. Okay. I'll wrap it up. We can talk about that again. You can check it out there. www.bibishappyplace.ie. I'll actually pop it here in the chat as well for anybody who wants to check it out there. And I love what Bibi said, you know, we could be guiding each other. The Passion to Profit Academy, me for marketing, I'm marketing passionate business owners. And most of the people I work with are guides or mentors in their own right, whether it's through, you know, having a degree or a diploma, or it's their own life experience and knowledge that they want to help and guide others to a happier place, a more confident place, you know, whatever place that is, whatever the client is looking for. So I love that you have that synchron, you know, that we're guiding each other through this life. And whatever we need in life, one thing I love about the digital world is we have so much now at our fingertips. Whatever it is that we're looking for, help in, it's there. We mightn't always find it first time, but it's there if we're willing. I always say, if you seek, you will find. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I saw potential in Bibi long before we got to know each other, and I'm so glad we did. We've had so much fun working on the Happy Place and launching the Happy Place. And I know Bibi worked hard over the Christmas to get it up and running. But I have to say, Bibi, I cannot take credit for the incredible content and the layout and the way you have put together the Happy Place. That was your doing, and it's beautiful in there.
That's very kind of you. Again, because of our connection, I got more involved in learning a little bit more about design. I'm more of a words person in truth than I am of shapes and colors. But following your example, I started dicking up my little ads through Canva, and I've got some nice compliments about that as well. And I've enjoyed it immensely. You know, it's been an absolute pleasure. And when I see that members are not just replying to me, but they're replying to each other and interacting with each other, then I really feel we're taking the first baby steps of building a nice, safe community, which I hope will benefit a lot of people.
Yeah, and I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. So there's Noella saying lifelong learning at its best. Men and children's schools, health, well-being settings embedded in training. I agree. It should be more and more into the schools. So we have thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Well done, Bibi and Amanda. Well done, girls. So I hope you have enjoyed the first show. Do check out Bibi's Happy Place. Have to say, it is a one-stop shop for all those little reminders. You don't need then your apps and your this and your this and your this. It's all there inside the Happy Place. Check it out. And, you know, Bibi, as she said herself, is not one for the business. I believe that it's so reasonable. We didn't fall out over it, but Bibi is generous, absolutely generous with the price for her knowledge and the amount of work that she puts into the Happy Place. It is an absolute bargain. So check it out there. It is, and I think you have a special offer as well. Do you still have the special offer, Bibi?
Yeah, we do. We have a 3-month package which has a discount in it. That's going on as well.
Yeah, fabulous, fabulous. So we're not going to give you any more. Go check it out for yourself. bibishappyplace.ie. And I hope to see lots more people in there, because I really do believe it is a wonderful space for people to unwind and learn again, to relax. Bibi Baskin, go on.
Thank you. Can I just say apologies to you and to all the listeners if I was trying to talk to you, but it's that I haven't been able to hear you clearly. But can I just say finally, thank you so much for this and for everything else as well.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Bibi. Thank you guys for following us. If you are watching on a replay, leave your comments below. Let us know where you're coming in from as well. Are you Ireland? What county are you from? Are you outside of Ireland? Love to hear where you're coming in from. And yes, any questions you have, pop them there. Tag myself or Bibi, and we'll get back and answer you. And we'll see you. I'll see you next Tuesday for Let's Talk Marketing, and I'll have another guest here at 1 p.m. next Tuesday. Take care, have a lovely day, and see you all soon.